All right, what's going on, guys? So today on Chaos Builds, we're gonna do kind of a hack on heater cores on my 2014 Cummins. What's happened is every Cummins, third gen, fourth gens, probably even fifth gens, the heater cores plug up on them, and it's due to crystallization of the antifreeze. Could be due to some debris left in the casting of the block when the engine was built or casted. So you can put a new heater core in it, or you can actually just reverse the lines and try to backflow it. Now, the Gen 4 Cummins heater core is an equal pressure core. So sometimes this doesn't work, sometimes it does. It may not work 100%. It maybe get you back to like 80% efficiency on the heater core. But right now, mine's probably working at like 50%. So anything's better than nothing. So what we're going to do is we're going to reverse the lines, but in doing so, we're also going to put in a filter so that when it pushes all that debris out of the heater core, it doesn't go back into the cooling system. It's going to get caught in the filter housing, and then we don't have to worry about it getting back in there, possibly running it in the other direction. That's the theory anyways. So that's what we got going on. This is what we're going to use. Got it off the old Amazon. It's just like a garden hose filter system. It's not attractive, but it's going to work. So this is what it is. So nothing too fancy, but it is going to filter what we need it to, and we'll be able to just drain it when we need to. You do also have to buy the adapter kit for it, but that ain't too bad. It comes with a bigger screen. It has a small micron screen in it right now. This is a bigger micron screen if you don't need as much filtration in it. So that's all we're going to do. We've got some heater core, some heater hoses. So we'll have to extend the 5/8 hose because the 5/8 hose is the feed on the heater core. The 3/4 inch hose is the return. And so the 5/8 is like I don't know, it's probably 8 to 10 inches shorter than the 3/4 inch hose, but we also need some hose to attach to this on the feed side, which is going to be the return side now, and so we'll add some of that. So it won't be too bad. We'll jump up in here and kind of show you what to do, how to do it, and maybe this will work for you guys. All right, so on this, it has a feed direction, how it wants you to filter it. So we're going to take our little kit here, verify the O-rings in it, and we're just going to assemble this. So just like so, and same way with this one. Alright, should look like that. Where are we at? What are we doing? Okay, gotcha. Done. Alright, so let's jump up in here and get it done. Alright, just to show you all, this is the feed to the heater core. This hose right here, and it goes right here, this is the return. So this is going to be moved over there, and that one's going to be moved over to here, so that it reverses the flow. It's real simple. It's not a real complicated process. We're just going to put the filter in line just so we can monitor the debris, like I said. So let me get up in here. We'll get the hoses off. We'll get them flopped around, and you guys see what's going on. Okay, so if you're following along here, I have reused the factory lines. I did not cut them. I just swapped them. So the original return is now the feed. So the original return is now the feed. I just moved the clamp back, put a new hose clamp on, tightened it up. And then the return, you got to kind of finagle it, but it will work, so it's not in a bind. And I used the original hose, did not cut it. And then all I had to do was add a little like 3-inch section here, and that connected us up back at the return. So in theory, now the return is the feed, and the feed is the return. So the antifreeze will come through here, back, reverse through the heater core, back out, and back here now. So hopefully what that's going to do is hopefully it'll pressurize the system enough to blow that debris out and kind of clear our clogged heater core issue. And we'll be able to monitor it, like I said, because this filter housing right here is see-through. It is removable. You can get to it. You gotta use your left hand. So like I said, you can remove it to dump it out and clear the debris out of it. So that's it for that, guys. And hopefully that was explanatory enough for you to do it yourself. And hopefully it does work. This is going to be, I have done the flipping of the heater hoses before on Jeeps and stuff, and that does help because I've put brand new heater cores in Jeeps and they just go bad within like a couple thousand miles because there's so much trash in the cooling system, even after flushing it. So I figured we'd try this filter this time and see if we can make this work. And if it does, then it's a heck of a way to ensure that the heater core on your truck, SUV or whatever you've got, does not get clogged again. So we're just going to try it. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.